Have you guys ever wanted to watch anime with me? Well, now you guys can. We watch all type of anime and we do it on a nightly basis. All you guys have to do is follow me on Twitch and click the link in the description to join the Discord. With that out of the way, let's get into the intro. Alrighty, so we are on One Piece chapter 1006. The chapter is called Hyogoro, the flower. So let's get into it. Now, this wasn't, I don't want to say a bad chapter, right? I don't want to do that, but I guess compared to the last chapter, like Nico Robin, she's my favorite female character. Her and Boa Hancock are tied, and then there's Zoro, who's my favorite male character, right? Luffy's up there, Sanji's up there, etc. So a chapter that was primarily, I mean, they had other characters, but like this was primarily a Hyogoro chapter. It's a little bit I guess so. It's, you know, it's not as interesting to me, you know. That's like if you have, you know, characters that you guys love, obviously you want to see more screen time with them, right? If I could only see Boa Hancock, Robin, Katakuri, and Zoro and Luffy, stuff like that, well, I would, right? But it wasn't a bad chapter. But if you guys enjoy regular One Piece content, then make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you guys never miss out on a new video. With that out of the way, my name is Potential Unleashed, and let's examine what happened in chapter 1006. So in this chapter, right, we start off with Boa Huang, right? She's the person, I guess, her foresight, right? Kind of like Night Eye from My Hero Academia, but she can see, you know, everything that's happening on the battlefield, and she says, well, Momonosuke is gone, but then she spots him being with Yamato, so she informs everybody where he's at, and then we cut to Sanji basically having to make a choice, right? He's like, well, Fluff. It's like, do I go help the Scabbards or do I go help Momonosuke? And you know, you see, it's probably going to be better animated in the anime. It's probably going to be a funny Sanji moment like we always get. And I think he's going to go help Momo because of Hiyori, I guess, right? That's her brother, and you know, Sanji's the man of the ladies, right? And Yamato and Shinobu are ladies, and also he doesn't know who Yamato is, so I think he would, if he would have known that Yamato is not really the son of Kaido, right, or if he would have known exactly who she is, I think that decision would be a little bit easier to make, right? And then, you know, I wasn't expecting this. I'm gonna be honest with you. I forgot about their fight, but we have Pedro and Carrot and Wanda. But here's the thing, I didn't see Wanda. Maybe I'm tripping. I read it twice, and then while the video's rendered, I read it again. But I didn't see Wanda, right? And then, you know, Perospero, he appears to have beaten Carrot. Maybe we'll get some I guess filler fights in the anime, right? A little bit drawn out, but yeah, that was quick. And I mean, obviously the moon, you know, and the Sulong form doesn't last long, but I was expecting, I don't know, a little bit something, right? And then Perospero, he's like, oh, well, I beat you guys only because I beat you because the weather was not in your favor. And he talks about, well, which is kind of funny because I'm not trying to, I guess, you know, say Pedro's death was in vain or like anything like that. But like, if we're being honest, Pedro was going to give his life, right? They went into their territory. And I mean, yes, Sanji, you know, they kind of forced him to, but they still went into their territory and they made them, well, I guess they caused a lot of trouble. As a Perospero, he's like, all right, you guys invaded us. You guys really think that you're going to like get a free pass? Like, what? And then, you know, Perospero, he walks away, and we see him a little bit later on in the chapter. And like I said, I'm not trying to say Wanda wasn't there. Like I said, maybe I missed her. Right, there's a lot of, you know, I miss a lot of stuff, well, not a lot, but I miss some stuff of every chapter or so. So yeah, if she was there, let me know. I don't want to look stupid, but I probably am, because she probably was there. And then we cut to the first floor with Chopper, Apu, X Drake, King Queen, and Marco, right? As I figured, right, we're going to get a look at all the Straw Hats before we go back to the, I guess, the rooftop. So we still haven't seen Who's Who and Jinbei, and I think that's about it. I don't. Yeah, we might go a little bit more in depth about this next chapter, like what happened here. But basically, Apu and X Drake, well, they're there, right? And Apu, he's still trying to get the cure back, right? And then we have Hyogoro and X Drake protecting Chopper, and here's my well, no, I'll talk about that a little later. But Hyogoro, he reverts back to his old little chubby form, right? It kind of and it was because I guess he said the ice demon is bringing out his former strength, but in exchange for I guess the rest of the life he has, and so this reminds me a little bit, not I guess the life force thing, but you know how Master Roshi, he'll be chilling and all of a sudden he's in his muscle form. I mean, obviously you can't maintain it for the whole day, but kind of reminds me of that. And then Hirogoro, something that stood out to me was that he said, "What would have happened if, well, I was with you fighting Kaido in my prime?" And I gotta think, Hirogoro, he probably was a strong ninja, right? I personally think, he's stronger than the Scabbers are now. Well, back in the day, I think he probably was about second commander, maybe a little less. That might be, I guess, overpowering him a little bit. I don't know, but if he's comparing himself to Odin, right, a little bit, then I think we gotta give him some credit. But he goes and he's fighting. And he's like, "Hey, fellow Yokozuna bosses, all right? If I end up turning into an ice demon before the cure, well, you guys gotta kill me." And they're like, "What?" But that's the right decision. And he talks about, well, he's proud of the Kaiser 9 and that he's proud of Luffy as a protege. So he wasn't needed, right? That they'll win this battle here. And people, I said this, all right? Last chapter I said, well, I think it's confirmed that Sanji is fighting Jack, right? And people are like, oh, well, no, it's not. Well, one, they're both injured and they're both headed. We don't know anymore about this chapter, but they're both headed in the direction of the Kaiser 9, right? And two, well, I see people talk about, well, we don't know X Drake's full strength. Well, last chapter it was stated that the Toby Roppo, they are weaker than the Akai's 9, even though they're still half dead. And here's my thing, right? I don't think, like I said, X Drake was struggling against Apu. And I don't think Apu is anywhere on Queen's level. And people are like, oh, well, we don't know how strong X Drake is, so he can fight Queen. No, I'm sorry. X Drake is not beating Queen. And then, like, Marco, but I also have a problem, I guess, with Marco fighting both of them at the same time. And it's not that, low-key, Marco might be the strongest first commander. I thought it was Ben Beckman just straight off a betrayal or a portrayal, but maybe it's not, because he was, fighting Queen, right? Got him out of his hybrid, well, not his hybrid, his zone form, right? The Bronchiosaurus, kicked him out of that, and then we saw him go at like a supersonic speed in order to hit King, right? He had a lot of named attack in this chapter. I think one of them, his like the foot style one, or I don't want to say shoot style because that's Sanji, but like, that's Deku. What am I doing? It is 6:30 in the morning, but he was able to kick King with an attack called Bluebird, right? And he's struggling against two people with bounties over 1 billion, but he's not losing, right? I know. I guess because of his regeneration powers, but that I think it's a little bit too much. I think somebody has to come in and I guess help. And I guess if Sanji were to come in, now that Queen is weakened a little bit, maybe this is the time. I don't know, but I still think it's unlikely. Well, Marco, he gets ups in my book. I kind of underestimated him a little bit. And then Perospero, he comes into the room noticing, I guess he's assessing the situation, noticing that Marco is obviously he's dang near, well, he's really exhausted after fighting against a first commander and a second commander, and they're probably in the middle of their ranks because the Beast Pirates, I personally think they're the second strongest crew, but I'm not gonna get in that debate. And then Periscope, he's kind of sly, so he probably has something up his sleeve. We might not see it next chapter. I don't know. Maybe we will. But then I guess the last shot of the chapter is Hyogoro, basically on his knees, and he's about to be killed by one of the Yokozuna. So there's that. I don't think Hyogoro is gonna die. I think some people have to die in this fight, but Oda doesn't kill off characters. But yeah, I think it's important because the Kai's 9, well, they're probably not gonna die anymore. None of them no longer on the rooftop. So somebody of importance needs to go, or at least be presumed dead until the end. You know how Oda likes to do. But it was an okay chapter, right? It wasn't anything special. I give it like a 7 out of 10. Like I said, I don't dislike Hyogoro, but if we're comparing him to like Katakuri or Zoro or any of my top characters, Crocodile. But next chapter we'll probably see maybe more of this, right? Or if we're like the other chapters, we'll jump around. Like I said, I'm pretty sure the only Straw Hats, I guess this time around, we have to see Nami in page 1 and Jinbei versus Husu. We already got the Yamato stuff still going on. We'll still probably have in each chapter. We have Sanji. We've already seen Brooke and what's her name? Nico Robin. We've seen them two there at their destination. And then we've seen Frankie versus Sakasi a little bit. So like I said, I think those two are the last ones. And then we go back to Rooftop. I think it's been, like 3 chapters since we've been on the Rooftop. So I think I had about 5 or 6 chapters total. It's important. And then we'll go see Kaido's hybrid form and all that fun jazz. But like I said, it was a good chapter. Not great, but good. We don't have a break next week, so that's exciting. I think next week is the last chapter, and then we get another break. So that sucks, but hey, we appreciate you, Oda, for pushing through and doing all this for us. But guys, give me guys thoughts about the chapter, and how did you guys enjoy it, right, compared to the other ones. But thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, hit that notification bell so you guys never miss out on a new video. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. It's on the screen in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to unleash your potential.